Hi, here's another yoga sequence for you. Beginning with our grounding, we'll find a comfortable seated position on the floor in the chair or on a block or a book. Taking a few moments just to get settled in. Preparing ourselves for our practice by removing any clutter from our day, past, present, or future. Using a three-part breath to guide our focus, inhaling to the chest, then into the belly and the low belly, and exhaling from the low belly, to the chest, inhaling chest, belly, low belly, exhaling reverse from the low belly, belly, and chest. Continuing this cycle at the rate of your own breath. Relaxing the forehead, the jaw, and the tongue, the eyebrows. Relaxing the shoulder blades down the back, stretching the spine long. And then gently fluttering the eyes open. We'll inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, hands come parallel to the floor, palms face out, fingers point up. We'll stretch the arms and shoulders here. Let the shoulders rest down the back. Really engage the hands down. Push them away as if you're pushing a wall away from you. And on your exhale, we'll turn the fingertips down. Keep pressing away. Keep the shoulder blades drawing down the back. Keep breathing through the stretch. On your next inhale, palms face in, fingers point up. Keep stretching the palms away from one another, creating distance. Really working our arms and shoulders here. On your next exhale, fingers point down, palms stay facing in. And exhale, release down, shake it out if you need to. And then we'll come into a tabletop position, so hands come right underneath the shoulders and knees right underneath the hips. From here, we'll take a thread and needle, inhaling, the right arm comes high. Exhale, drop the arm underneath the left and let the forehead rest on the floor. Breathe into the shoulder blade, breathe into the back. The weight is in the knees and in the shoulder here. If you want, you can take some modifications of this pose. You can bring the foot out to the side if you want to involve the legs. You can reach the hand up overhead, the left hand that is. Or you can take a bind and drop your hand behind you and try and open the shoulder up towards the ceiling, drawing the left shoulder blade back and the right shoulder blade under. To release, inhale, remove the hand, draw the legs back in, push into the floor with the knees and the left hand, and draw the right hand out from underneath. Place it back on the floor and take a breath to neutralize. Inhaling, reaching the left arm high, exhaling, and dropping it through underneath the right arm, forehead to floor, taking a stretch here. Again, you have the same options for modifications here. You can extend the right leg out to the side. If you want, you can extend the right hand up to the ceiling or wrap it behind for a bind. Breathing wherever you are. On your next inhale, go ahead, unbind, draw the leg back in, push into the right hand, draw the left hand out, and exhale to the floor. Then we're going to pivot on our right knee so that it comes to a 90-degree angle. We'll take the left leg long, fingers are pointing to the front, and from here we'll sweep the left arm overhead to make a long line from the left fingertips to the outside of the left heel. Breathing here, pushing the floor away with the right arm and knee. And exhaling, drawing yourself back to center, pivoting back on the right knee, and taking it on the other side. So left pivots out, right leg comes long, and inhale, create a nice straight line, stretching out the right side body. Breathing here, reaching the chest towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, draw yourself back down, pivot back to center. Good work. We'll take some balance and strengthening here. So shifting the weight over to the right knee, and extending the left leg long, inhaling the right hand forward, and then exhaling, drawing opposite knee and elbow together, pushing the floor away, inhaling and extending. Exhaling, drawing yourself in, nice and slow with control, using the muscles, not momentum, to perform the work. Inhaling and extending, exhaling, coming down. Take time to stretch out the wrists if you need or want to. And then preparing for the other side, shifting the weight over to the left knee, sending the right leg back, left hand comes forward, exhaling, drawing elbow and knee together, inhaling and extending, pushing yourself away from the floor, and exhaling, coming to center. One more, you can do it. Exhaling, drawing in, inhaling, extending, elongating and balancing, and exhaling, coming back. We'll take the palms down to the floor, but fingers pointing in towards the knees to stretch out the wrists and the forearms here. You can take some really subtle, very soft movement here. Keep your belly button drawing in to protect your low back. And press your full palm into the floor to protect your wrists. And then gently turn the wrists back around. Send the knees wide and exhale. Release the hips down towards the floor. Hands reach forward, forehead comes down to the floor. This is extended child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, expand the low back. Exhale, release, drop the chest towards the floor. Inhale, let the belly drop between the legs. And exhale, release, relax. On an inhale, walk the hands in towards the knees. We'll come up onto the knees, hip width apart. The knees are just below the hips. Tops of the feet are pushing into the floor. We'll put the hands right on the hips and then take the fingers, and like we're putting them in the back pocket, we'll draw the shoulder blades down the back and the elbows in like we're trying to push them together. From here, elongate the spine up towards the ceiling. Push the hips forward with your mind and physically. And exhale, take a little back bend here, really creating space even as we're compressing. Inhaling, drawing yourself back up to center. Exhaling, releasing the hands down. From here, we'll place the hands in front of us and step the right foot through. You can scoot the left leg or knee back a little bit if you want to double up your mat or place a pillow, something under your knee. That's just fine. You can do that. And then stay here nice and low. Push into the top of the left foot to give you a nice stretch in the hip flexor here. Draw the right hip back so that you have parallel hips between left and right. And then from here, we'll gently shift the weight back into the hips, bringing the right toes up, stretching the back of the right hamstring. Inhaling, gently shifting through again. Low lunge, reaching the chest high. Exhaling, shifting the weight back, keeping the chest reaching forward, dropping the hips back. And one more, inhaling, reaching forward. This time, if you want to come up, you can place your hands at heart center or place the hands on the hips. Exhale and release back, half split. And then we'll shift to the other side, placing the hands on the floor, bringing the right leg back, and then if you need to, you can use your hands to bring the left leg forward. Again, if you want to tuck the mat under so that you can have some more support underneath your right leg. Top of the right foot comes back. Shift into the hips. Reach the chest forward. Take a nice stretch in the hip flexor. Breathe here. And exhale, shift the weight back. Stretch in the left hamstring, reach the chest forward. On your inhale, gently, smoothly, shift forward again. Low lunge. And exhale, shift the weight back. Breathe into the hamstring, keep the hips parallel to one another. One last time, coming forward. Again, you have the option, you can stay low, you can bring your hands into heart center, or push against the left thigh, whatever you want to. Keep pushing into the top of the right foot. And then exhale, shift the weight back, working into the back of the left hamstring before coming back center and coming back to tabletop. Left leg swings around. From here, we'll flow through, coming to low plank, and then exhaling the elbows so that they graze across the rib cage, coming down onto the floor. Inhaling, lifting the chest forward and up for cobra. Exhaling, pushing through tabletop to child's pose. Taking a breath here. Inhaling, coming back to low plank. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, rising up to cobra. Exhaling, releasing the chest to the floor. Then pushing through tabletop back to child's pose. Inhaling, taking a breath here. Exhaling fully. Inhaling back to low plank. Exhale down to the floor. Feet press into the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Stretch the crown of the head to the sky. Exhale, release. Push through tabletop to downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Coming back to center, and then we'll take a seat on the floor. We'll do some wide-legged stretches. So to begin, let's draw the left leg into the right thigh. So we're in a figure 4 with our feet. Inhale, reach the hands up, turn the chest and the hips towards the extended right leg, and then allow yourself to begin closing the space between the belly and the thigh. Avoid slumping over, but keep your spine straight, and use the breath to help you relax the torso down towards the extended leg. Keep the toes pointing back towards you, engaging the right hamstring. Relax with every breath, maybe walking your fingertips a little closer to your toes, maybe not, that's fine. And then on an inhale, walk yourself back up to center. We'll switch out the legs. This time extending the left leg long, bringing the right foot into the left leg for figure 4. Inhaling, reaching the arms up overhead, twisting towards the extended left knee, and exhaling, releasing the arms down, reaching the chest forward and breathing, trying to close this space between the torso and the leg without compromising our straight spine. Remembering to keep the foot flexed, the back of the left leg reaches towards the floor. Sit bones are both equally pushing into the ground. And breathing to relax into the posture. On an inhale, gently walk yourself back to center. Take a little bit of come back. And then we'll put the feet nice and wide for wide-legged forward fold. Make sure both of your sit bones are nice and stable on the floor. You can draw your glutes out from underneath you so that you can feel you've really got some stability with those sit bones there. You can stay right here and work on elongating your spine. This is a lot of work for the hips, so this might be enough for you. If you want to begin making your way into a wide-legged forward fold, then you can very gently begin to walk the fingers forward. And just like we were doing with the figure 4 forward fold before, trying to keep our spine nice and straight, our heart stretching forward, and using the breath to relax into the posture, not forcing anything, but being very active. Again, active legs, toes are drawing back towards the kneecaps, and breath is helping us to gently relax into the posture, maybe spider walking the fingers forward, keeping both of the sit bones firmly planted into the ground. Taking some time to really settle in here. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue and eyebrows. And on an inhale, begin to gently walk yourself back to center. Shift the weight back and then draw the feet together. We'll come to staff pose, which is the legs flat on the floor, toes drawing in. Inhale, reaching overhead, and exhale again with a straight spine, chest reaching forward, just trying to close the space between belly and thighs. No need to reach for the toes. That brings a curve into the back. If you can get there without curving the back, and that's natural for your hands, you can do that. But otherwise, you can keep the shoulders drawing back behind you, down the spine. And keep using the breath to get into the backs of the hamstrings. Inhaling, releasing, coming back to center. And then we'll make our way onto our backs, shifting forward and then lowering down. Nice job releasing everything down. This time we'll take the feet up the wall. This one's called legs up the wall. You can really use the wall too if that's helpful to you. You bring your hip as close as you can get it to the wall and then shift yourself so that your butt faces the wall. And you can use the wall as a prop to encourage this inversion. You're encouraging blood to flow in the opposite direction. It's a little more passive because you have the support of the wall, so that's totally fine. We're beginning to work our way down after those stretches, signaling to the body that it can start to relax again. And on an exhale, you can gently and safely bring yourself back down to the floor. Come back onto your back. From here, we'll take a stretch for the outer hip. So making a figure 4 with the right leg, placing the right heel on top of the left thigh, drawing the left leg towards you, reaching behind it to take a hold and draw the right heel towards your chest, getting a stretch in the outer right hip. You can stay right here, or if you want to, you can take the left hand to the right foot and begin drawing it down towards the floor to include a supine twist, a spinal twist here. You can stay right there, or you can use also the right arm to push the left leg away from you, minding that both of your shoulder blades remain on the ground. On an inhale, come back to our original position. Release the left leg down and switch out the left ankle on the right leg, drawing the right knee over the right hip, reaching behind the right leg to draw the left heel towards the chest. Again, you can stay here, or if you want to, begin to guide the left foot down to the floor. You can do that to incorporate a supine twist into the posture. And again, you have the option of pushing the left thigh away using the left hand. Wherever you are on your next inhale, draw yourself back to center. Exhale and release the feet down. Then draw the knees in, circle them out, loosen the hips and the low back. And then from here, find some stillness. Draw the forehead towards the knees. exhale, release down. From here, if you want to, you can extend the legs and prepare for Savasana. You could also take cobbler's pose by bringing the feet together to touch, making a diamond with the legs, and allowing the hips to relax open, the knees to fall wide. You can place the left hand on the heart and the right hand on the low belly, giving yourself some focal points, allowing yourself to just be calm, to use this time to recuperate after the effort, relaxing fully. Scanning your body to observe any tension or tightness that you may be holding on to. Using the breath to let it float away. You can stay in the cobbler's pose here, or if you're ready, you can make your way into Savasana, the final resting posture. Perhaps inviting the three-part breath back, inhaling into the chest and then the belly and the low belly, and exhaling from the low belly, the belly and the chest, repeating the cycle. Nice fluid breathing. And then gently bringing some movement back into the body, wiggling the fingers, rolling out the wrists and the ankles, moving the knees and the elbows, nice and gently. Maybe taking a full body stretch, reaching overhead, kicking the feet away, drawing the belly button to the floor. Whatever you need to gently reawaken. And eventually making your way onto the side. Resting the head on the bicep. Taking a few breaths until you feel ready to come into a comfortable seated position. Drawing your hands to heart center. Perhaps setting an intention for your day. And bowing the forehead to the hands. Namaste. The light and the teacher in me honors and recognizes the light and the teacher in you.